Newegg is a store that I don't often think about. I have never actually used it, and I don't think I've ever featured it on the channel. And I was watching a Toasty Bros video today, and I saw that they were sponsored by Newegg, and I thought to myself, well, let's check it out, because I never have, as far as I know, and I'm always interested in learning more about computer shops. I'm not sure if Newegg is Asian, if it's American, if it's European. I assume it's Asian, just because most computer shops are, and the ones that ship worldwide, I mean. And so I just thought I would check it out. And it seems like they are having a Dealcember, sort of a Christmas themed sale. So let's check it out. I'm curious to see what they have on here. I'm just going to browse a little bit and going to be talking with you all the way through, seeing what kind of prices they offer. So first up here, they have an MSI 27-inch 240 hertz QD LED OLED, QD OLED, QHD gaming monitor. So this is a 2K monitor for $500. Now that is no small amount of money, but this is one insane monitor. It looks very striking. It seems like, 27 inches is relatively big, especially if you sit at a desk like I do. It is 2K, and in terms of gaming, this seems like a fantastic monitor. So in terms of price, I mean, that is quite expensive, but I do think that is right around the asking price on sale for something like this. So that's an interesting one. Let's check out this computer they have here. Let's check out this one as well, because that is what I'm most interested in, right, is computers. So iPayson gaming desktop, a Ryzen 7 9700X, a 4070 Ti Super, 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM, it doesn't say what speed, a 1 terabyte NVMe, Windows 11 Home, Wi-Fi, a liquid cooler, doesn't say which one, ARGB fans, doesn't say which, AI ready, I'm not sure what that means, and an 850 watt gold PSU, doesn't say which one, and this is of course a pre-built. $100 promotional gift with purchase. So I assume that is for iPayson on Newegg. Okay, and this is going for $1,900. Now that is not cheap per se, but it's a very good computer, and it seems like on this sale it is 40% off, which is a massive amount for a computer. It looks amazing. It seems like it's relatively high performance and high value fans, but it does seem from the screenshots like brands that I don't necessarily recognize in terms of the case and the power supply. It's this screenshot is not lining up. I just want to see what power supply you get. I really don't like that front. That seems like something from the early 2000s. That's a bit better. Okay, I assume these are screenshots from customers. Yes, customer images. Oh, okay, and they have a sort of like a benchmark score on this site. Now, I always take these with a grain of rice. That's not it. With a grain of salt. Just because these are sort of, they can really make it look like what they want. But, I mean, these numbers seem reasonable. It doesn't seem like they're exactly lying. Yeah, I think this is quite reasonable. I think this is more or less how this PC would perform. So the only thing that I don't like is the fact that they don't say which the RAM, I mean, well, yeah, the RAM as well. They don't say which RAM, they don't say which cooler, they don't say which power supply. I tend to not like that, because when you're spending this amount of money, it's important to know exactly what you're getting. But all in all, this is quite a good price. Let's see an older generation one. So this is a Ryzen 5 5600, which is a 6-core CPU. Okay, so that's that case then. So this is a 6-core CPU. You get a 4068 gigabyte, 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM, a 1 terabyte NVMe, an air cooler, fans, and PC for gaming design office. I assume there should be commas or slashes. So In terms of gaming, especially HD gaming, this PC is fine. I mean, it'll play anything at medium at the least. So this is a fine PC, and this one is $800, which, I mean, it's not a bad price, but it's not an excellent price. I think you could get it for a little bit less, but it's not a bad price per se. So this one for 1,900, again, same thing. It's not a bad price per se, but I do think that if you shop around in some other stores, you could probably get it for a little bit less. Not to mention the shipping costs that will be associated with getting this to you as well. Now that isn't something that I really consider when I do these videos, because it's impossible, because everyone is in different locations. But it is something that you have to consider if you're in America and this shop is in China, which I don't know if it is. I don't know where this shop is, but if that is the case, it might not make sense to buy from it unless they have extremely good values, which it doesn't seem like so far. It doesn't seem like they do. It seems like just fine value. Let's take a look at this other PC. Let me close that tab. So this is the ABS Cyclone Aqua gaming PC powered by Asus. Intel i5 13400F. It's a decent CPU. A 4060 as well. AI powered performance. I don't like that. That's the marketing. I mean, you can't really claim that. 32 gigs of DDR4 RAM, so not bad on the RAM front. It is only 3200 megahertz. A 1 terabyte NVMe. So this, in terms of gaming, is a good system. It's the same price as the previous one, and I think I would probably rather go for this one. Although this one does only have an 6-core CPU. Although I think the previous one was also a 6-core CPU, because it was the 5600, I think. So these are very similar, but this one does have twice the amount of RAM, and it does actually say which RAM, which SSD. So maybe I would go for this. It says which power supply. So yeah, I think I would go for this, because it's actually upfront about exactly what parts are in this system. I also like this case. I think it looks quite nice. I don't know the brand ABS, but at least when you know what the brand is, you can search for it. You can find it online. And this just seems like a neatly built PC. This seems like something that I would build. Fine performance for gaming. Let's take a look here at their measurements. 140 for Modern Warfare 3. I mean, that seems fine. That seems like probably correct. 65 on Starfield. Why would you use Starfield? I guess you have to, because it's a very popular game. 100 on Fortnite, 40 on Minecraft. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I mean, it's a fine gaming PC if you want to game at HD. 110 on Far Cry 6, Tarkov 120. That seems a bit unrealistic. Yeah, it's a good PC, and I think this is actually, for this PC, this is actually quite a good price. Now you are saving $200, and this is just a limited time sale. But this is actually a good price. I would probably buy something like this if I'm in the market for a new computer. Let's see how this performs at 1440p, because you should be able to play some games at 1440p. Now again, I would take these measurements, these benchmarks, with a grain of salt this time, because it's just, they can really up the numbers a little bit. And to be honest, I do the same thing when I'm selling PCs. I add like 5 frames, because you want to get your product sold. And who's to say that, you don't say if DLSS was enabled. You don't say if if the settings were on low. You just claim a score regardless of what the settings were. So take it with, be careful, but all in all, it seems like a relatively good PC for the price. So they do have some good bargains. I want to take a look at one more PC, and then I want to check out this PC builder that they have here. So I'm just going to go back to this sale page, really. And this store looks a lot like some of the stores we have in South Africa, which is quite interesting. But I have no idea where this store is based. So they have a 14700K i7 14th gen, 8 physical cores, 12 efficiency cores, for $370. That's a relatively good price. They have a Ryzen 5 7600X, which is a Zen 4 CPU, 6-core CPU, great gaming CPU, $224. That's actually quite a good price. $300 for a 4060. It's a good price. Yeah, it's not bad. Another gaming PC here. This one's a little bit more expensive. It does have an 8-core CPU. It seems like an okay price. A lot of aesthetic stuff going on there. I'm not going to check out each PC. I'm just taking a look at the overview. Let's see what the laptops cost. So they have an MSI thin 15.6 inch 144 hertz IPS panel, a Ryzen 9 8945HS. It's a good CPU on a laptop, a 4060 laptop, 16 gigs of DDR5 RAM, and a 1TB NVMe. So this is just a mid-range fine laptop. You'll play anything at respectable frame rates, very similar to those PCs. And in terms of cost, $1,000, $980. That's actually a good price. I mean, where I am in South Africa, this laptop would be somewhere in some shops twice that amount. So that's actually a really good price. And I'm not sure what this rebate card is, but it seems like you can pay less somehow. I'm not going to get into that. I don't know what that is, but it's interesting. So yeah, this is a good deal. It would be cheaper for me to probably buy this here and ship it to me than it would be to just buy it in a South African store. So that's very interesting. So the laptop price I'm very impressed with. Okay, let's see what else is going on here. They have a power supply, the Superflower LEDX V Platinum Pro 1000 watts. It's a good big power supply, and they, I think it's Superflower, not Superflower. They make good power supplies. They're very abundant in South Africa. $110. That's a very good price. I mean, yeah, that's a very good price for a 1000 watt power supply. Same thing with the laptop. If for 1,800 rand, 1,900 rand, you would get just a standard 750 watt power supply here. Nothing special, and this is like a really good unit. So some of these prices are very impressive. Let's see what else they have going on here. Just maybe one or two more PCs. For the cases, their prices seem pretty much average, pretty much standard. The laptops do seem quite cheap. And let's see what else we can find here. So a Samsung 990 Evo, 1TB. It's obviously quite a new one, a relatively fast one in terms of the new stuff out there, and that is $75 for a 1TB. It's a good price. So it's quite a good price. Almost half price on the sale. So yeah, not everything on this sale is excellent price, but a lot of things are actually very well priced, and you can get quite good big sales on this. Let's check this out. Another expensive PC. This one's a bit more expensive than the previous one, but it seems a lot better. So this is the Skytech King 95 gaming PC desktop. This has a Ryzen 9 9900X. So the most recent CPUs is in this now. Of course, the X3D would be the better option, but this is a fantastic CPU. Then we have a a Ryzen a AMD RX 7900 XTX 24 gig, so fantastic top of the line GPU there. This is a good PC. 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM, 6000 megahertz. Now I would probably do 64 for this price, but 32 is fine for gaming. And then an 850 watt gold power supply, doesn't say which one. RGB AIO, doesn't say which one. Wi-Fi, doesn't say which Wi-Fi. So value-wise, for $2,200, this is a good deal, and it seems like it is more than $1,000 off right now. So usually this would be around $3,300, and this is a very good system, very packed. I don't like the way it looks, but performance-wise, it is a fantastic system. This says assembled in the USA, so yeah, I have no idea where this shop is. Now again, one thing that I don't particularly like about this is it doesn't say which parts specifically you're getting, but what Skytech is by now a very known brand, whether you like them or not. So you do at least have that to lean on, and you do have reviews that you can check out. And this has a 100% review record from 9 reviews. Now, whether the reviews are particularly trustworthy, I have no idea, but take it for what it is. It's a very good system. Let's see how it does. I'm going to go straight to 1440p with this one. So it claims 180 on Modern Warfare 3, 110 on Starfield. That's a very good result for Starfield because of how difficult it is to run. Fortnite 135. Far Cry 6 130. Some of these actually seem a bit low. Cyberpunk 120, Tarkov 120. Yeah, I think some of these numbers they don't really make that much sense. 4K. You see, at 4K, yeah, I don't know. I feel like this PC would actually do better than what these numbers are stating. So I'm not sure, but either way, this is a pretty much top of the line computer. Okay, so that's quite a good value there. It's an expensive computer, but it's a good value computer. So here we have an RX 6600, so quite an old GPU at this point, but still a good one for HD gaming, at $190. It's not a bad price per se, but it's not like fantastic considering that this is an older GPU at this point, and you could get it for close to that amount, in retail. So it's not a fantastic price. It's not a bad price. Let's take a look at one or two more things here. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff on sale, so it's not bad. Seems like quite a good price. $38 for a Zalman T3 compact desktop computer case. So this is a M80X. It comes with 2 fans pre-installed. It's full tempered glass. It's just a nice standard Zalman case. Zalman have gone out of fashion in the last few years. When I was a kid, they were big stuff. I remember they had this brand deal with Jonathan Fatality. Anyone around my age would probably remember that. Those were some different times for gaming. It was a much younger thing then. But yeah, this is quite a good price, not bad. But yeah, you could probably get something similar to this in retail anyway. But what I do like about this site is it's very neat and organized, and it's very easy to find things. To me, this is much easier to use than even Amazon or AliExpress. This is a very useful site so far, so that's interesting. And what I also like about it is it has a mixture of sort of your recognizable but not particularly trustworthy brands like this, and then it also has the standard brands like your Cooler Masters, your G-Skills, Gigabytes, all of that stuff. So it's it's an interesting thing. Let's check out. I'm quite interested in this Acer. So this is a small form factor Acer pre-built system, and I really like the way this looks. And Acer is kind of like Zalman in a way, where when I was much younger, they used to have these. It was this system. It was a dual core PC, Core 2 Duo at the time, and it was the Predator range. And this system was like, I think it was something like $6,000 or $7,000 for the top of the line one, and and they were like this big gaming brand back then. And I think they are making a bit of a comeback now, but they are still relatively unknown to today's markets. I just mean in terms of the things that I see online. Maybe it's just YouTube stuff. But for this computer, I didn't know they did pre-builds, but I really like the way this looks. It's very compact. It has a great color scheme. It's not overdone. The space is filled well. This is the kind of thing where if I had the money to spare, I would buy this just to put by my TV instead of like an Xbox or something. I think this is, I should probably redo that video of the consoles versus PCs with something like this, because this is a fantastic value. So anyway, $820, you're saving 31%, almost $400, and this is the Acer Nitro 60 gaming desktop PC. This has a i5 14400F, a 4060, 16 gigs of DDR5 RAM, and a 1 terabyte PCIe Gen 4 NVMe drive. So all in all, a really good HD gaming system. And you know, it is the same price as the other ones, but this is DDR5, and it is a pre-built thing, which is usually a little bit more expensive from a reputable name brand. And yeah, I think that's a very attractive price for this, just because of the way it looks. And this is something that I think would sell pretty well. So in terms of FPS numbers, yeah, we have some respectable HD numbers, very playable. Even at 1440p, this system will be fine. It wouldn't go below 60 for the most part. So very respectable HD gaming system. I really love the way this looks. This is, to me, this is like the perfect gaming system in terms of visuals. Let's see if they have one that is a bit better, a bit more expensive. So here they have a i7 14700F with 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM, a 2 terabyte SSD, and a 4070 Super. So yeah, this is a nice little system. I'm very attracted to these ones. That sounds weird. And this one is obviously going to do quite well at 1440p. This is a 1440p gaming system, and it'll do, it'll be like above 80s for almost every game. $1,550, saving $400. It's still a really good price. If I were in the market for a PC right now, I would buy this. If I, because this is about, for the mid-range, what you would spend on a new PC. And I think the 70, so my system still has a 3070. So I like to always buy the 70 because I think that's the perfect middle of the road value option. And yeah, I think I would probably at some point in the next year upgrade to a 5070. It just depends on obviously what the cash flow situation is. But something like this to me is very attractive. I really love this. So let's quickly check out the PC Builder thing that I saw up there. But all in all, I'm very impressed with the store. I must say it's very easy to use. It's very clean, not cluttered. Everything is descriptive. You can get your reviews. I'm very impressed. This is so far the best store I've used this year. So you have a gaming PC finder, a laptop finder, and a NAS builder. Oh, you have a wattage calculator. That's quite cool. A NUC configurator and a server configurator. That's very cool. Let's see what it does. So I assume it's just an advanced search for their site. But all in all, yeah, very impressed with this site. Okay, so you can select 4 games that you enjoy playing. Let's take some difficult ones to run, like your Tarkovs, Cyberpunk. We can do Starfield. So I'm just choosing the most difficult ones to run right now. And what else is difficult? These are mostly esports games. Let's just do Minecraft because apparently that's difficult to run now. And then we do a review results at 1080p for these games. And then it gives you it gives you 3 options. That's very cool. So it gives you a budget option for $1,000. That's not budget. It gives you a $2,000 system and gives you a $3,000 system. It's a very cool idea. I really like this. Let's take a look at the cheap one, the $1,000 one. So this has 16 gigs of DDR5. It has a Ryzen 7 8700F, a 1 terabyte NVMe drive, a 4060 650 watt power supply, MSI case, ARGB fans. Comes with a keyboard and a mouse. Does it come with a screen? I'm not sure. Seems to come with a keyboard and a mouse, but not a screen. That's quite strange. So all in all, this is, it's a good system. It is perfect for what I gave it. Maybe even a little bit overkill. But the price is a little bit high. Okay, it is a 4060 Ti, 16 gig apparently. Is that right? Oh no, I think it means 16 gig DDR5. So the price isn't fantastic for this computer because like this one is better. Uh, this one, and it's like $200 less. So the price isn't amazing, but it's cool that the feature exists. It's cool that you can do this. So all in all, I'm very happy with this site. I think it's a very clean site. It looks really cool, very easy to use, and yeah, I'm very happy with it. What do you guys think about the site? Is it something that you use often? Have you used it before? The deals seem to be quite good for the most part. Some of the deals are okay-ish, but other deals like the laptops are really good. So yeah, I think it's a really good site, and I think I'll be using it a lot more in the future and doing more stuff with it for this channel. So yeah, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.